Huncho sliding in on time.
What's good, gang? I know exactly why y'all came here, so I'm not going to waste y'all time. But just a disclaimer, the team that we're playing against right now, which is the red team, this is not the team with the coach that I got into it with. All right, I just want y'all to know that this is our early game. We played this game at 9 o'clock, so, my kids are still asleep. This is not our best basketball, but we still, managed to, dominate the entire game. But yeah, enjoy the footage why I gave y'all a story time on exactly what happened and what went down to make me get into it with another coach. All right, so boom. First thing first, I'm going to try to talk like as slow as I can because when I talk slow, I really don't have an accent come off. And when I don't have an accent come off, I sound way more professional, and that's how I'm trying to keep it for this video. But I do coach two teams. I coach a 12U team, which is the one you're seeing right now, and I coach a 17U team as well. And I still train myself every day because I still play basketball. So that's why videos come out short. If you was wondering, now you know. You know what I'm saying? I was been supposed to give an update, but I digress. So let's talk about what made me get into it with the team. Now, once again, this is not the team that I got into it with. That team that I got into it with, I will not say their name because any video can blow up, and I don't want to put anything negative towards their reputation. But we played this team, this particular team, before in the championship game. But it was on us. We missed like 12 layups that game. So my kids were not worried about them at all. They was like, Coach, you should have won. That was on us. We missed layups. If we see them again, we're going to beat them. And it just so happened that 2 weeks later, we ended up seeing them again. Now, let's talk about it. My boys came out hot. They were forcing turnovers. They were doing everything right. Getting easy looks, playing team basketball, playing great defense. And then things kind of twisted and took a wrong turn. One of the parents for the other team was doing the score sheet. So that means they were in charge of fouls, and they were in charge of writing a 3-pointer or a 2-pointer. Not taking the score, but writing a 3 or 2-pointer. But they were in charge of keeping count of who has the most fouls or whatever. But I normally keep a count of fouls myself because most of the time, if they can't hear the referees clearly on which person is fouling, they just write down something for somebody random. And in this case, they just so happened to write the fouls for the best offensive player on my team. That raised eyebrows, right? I'm sure it does. So my best offensive player fouled out really, really early in the second half. And then my best rebounder was sick. And then my second best rebounder hurt his shoulder. So at this point, they're in there playing on their last leg. And we just fell apart as a group. And then the other team ended up coming back and winning by 2 points. And as my kids were walking off the court, one of the kids from the other team started waving in my kids' faces. And then their coach started encouraging it instead of stopping it. And at this point, I told the coach, you need to get your group. Because now everybody else on his team were following suit, and now it was disrespectful. And my kids wanted to fight. But he proceeded to say, don't be mad now. You didn't say any of that when your group was celebrating with you. And that's the point. My group celebrates with me and with each other. They don't do anything in anybody's face, especially after a 2-point win. And we've never won a game underneath 10 points. We've blown out every single team that we've played. I think the lowest we won by was like 15. But I digress. So at this point, I went to walk and grab my stuff, and the other coach proceeded to walk towards me. And after I peeped this, I put my shit down, and now I start walking towards him because nobody's going to punk me. I don't know what the fuck he thought this was, but it's not that over here. And I proceeded to say, we can go outside if that's what you're on. And once he seen that I was really on that time, he kind of took a few steps back until one of the staff members came and tried to, quote unquote, break things up. Then he started talking crazy, and I said, I'll be waiting on you outside. One of the parents from my other group backed me up, and then this is where everything took a left turn because I turned around, and I seen all of my kids ready to go. Literally all of them. Another one of the parents of my kids proceeded to come and grab the kids and took them to one of the corners until everything de-escalated. And once things de-escalated, I walked past that coach and said we can go outside. Simple as that. But he never came. But I went outside anyways, and I'm glad I did. Because I ran into the dad of the boy that was waving in my kids' faces. But he had no idea that his son was waving until I told him about it. And once I told him about it, he even said that he was going to get on his son's ass because he doesn't play that shit. Word for word. And that right there let me know that I wasn't tripping because even his own dad said that that was disrespectful. But once I got back in there with my group, we kind of had a conversation, but I really didn't get a chance to get anything off my chest because my kids did it for me. They let me know that if we see them again, they're going to blow them out.